Do we have an open forum after this is over with?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll have
Yeah.
citizen comments for you.
So
Yeah.
we can speak what we have.
Yes.
Thank you. Just want to make sure. that I'm
So
not
what
wasting
you'll
my
want to
time.
do when we get to that part is you want to state your name and your address.
All set.
Okay.
We got everything for you.
Okay. That's what we like.
You know I'm prepared.
What we like.
I know. You good, sir? Just us, baby.
All right, we good? All right, 7 PM, I'd like to call the Town of Allentown Planning and Zoning Commission regular meeting to order on April 12th, 2023. Members present, Scott Davidson, Steve Mansky, Patricia Ray,
So you had,
and David Neiman. Someone want to make a motion? No.
I'll motion that we add citizens' comments and discussion to our agenda tonight.
Okay. Juliet, we're gonna see you this evening. So,
I'll second that.
all in favor?
Aye.
All right. Motion carries. See Juliet. Approval of minutes.
Say something with it.
No, out of the.
Oh, yeah.
Was there a second page?
No, just go on.
No, there's nothing on the back.
What the heck?
No, was there supposed to be something on the back?
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty small.
Yeah.
Well, let's stop with the comments.
I'm gonna pass it
Take
down.
a hot second and look.
Poor Sue.
Honestly.
Nothing's going right, is it?
I read them.
Yeah, they were on the computer.
Yeah, they were. They were on the.
So you wanna make a motion?
Make a motion to accept the minutes.
No.
Was Tom, I don't remember Tom speaking.
It's adapted.
Oh.
Members absent.
And who was?
You made a motion. I'll second the motion.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, none, motion carries. All right, so this would be the point at which you guys get to speak, citizens' comments.
My name is Trish Sullivan. I live at 471 Beach Pond Road, Allentown, in this town. This is Hank McCarty. He also lives there. I have just your packet, so I can pass out to you. We were told by Tracy Hansen that we could come in and talk tonight about the issue that we're having. I hope this is the right board.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is Susan, correct?
Correct.
Does she need a copy as well?
Yeah, for the record.
For the record, yeah.
You were the first one I talked to, you
Well,
remember?
so I'm gonna tell everybody not to say anything. Listen, I don't want to discuss this evening. We have no.
That's totally fine with us.
We have no zoning officer, we have no
What else?
planner, and we have
No
no
legal counsel.
legal counsel here, please.
471 Beach Pond Road. I would like to just, if you don't mind, I'll just go through and read this, and then you can read along, if that's okay. Or do you just want to read it and then
I read it.
ask questions, or? I'll read.
You read
Go ahead.
My name is Trish Sullivan and I'm here tonight with Hank Riccardi. Our residence is located at 6071 Beach Pond Road. I've owned that property since 1986. The house was built in 1988, and since then, my family and I have had the good fortune of enjoying many years as residents of Voluntown. And both Hank and I thank you for the opportunity to address our concerns tonight regarding activity at our neighbor's residence located at 479 Beach Pond Road. This property was recently sold to new owners in August of 2022. It has become apparent that one of the residents is using the property as a lumber mill and has been doing so for many months. Periodic deliveries of huge logs are delivered usually once per month, and these are cut up in sections and run through his sawmill to make various pieces of lumber for use in construction, which he then sells to his customers. The sawmill in question is only about 150 feet away from our house. This neighbor has stated to Hank on more than one occasion that this is how he makes his living. This new business next door to us has resulted in an increase in noise from machinery and also traffic on our property. Due to a glitch in Google Maps, his customers are instructed to enter our driveway and hang a right in order to reach 479 Beach Pond Road. All this activity so close in proximity to our property prompted us to look into the rural district regulations, section 6 of the town zoning ordinances, to see if this type of business was allowed on a residential piece of property. And I'm not going to bore you with the rest because you know all this. It states that a home business is an activity conducted for financial gain. Further describes restrictions regarding noise, vibration, glare, fumes, odors, electrical interference outside the normal senses off the lot, or if the business is conducted outside the dwelling unit. It also states that a permit must be approved by the CEO and shall be submitted for renewal and inspection every 2 years. We approached the town CEO, Peter, in February for guidance. He had us lodge a complaint and told us that he would inspect the property and would get back to us. When there was no response, Hank approached Tracy Hansen on March 22nd with our concerns. Pete then inspected the property on March 23rd. He stated in an email, which is attached for your consideration, he stated to Ms. Hansen that he is not in violation of anything, meaning our neighbor. And with all due respect, it is not clear to us how he could have made such an assumption. Despite what he told the CEO, our neighbor is not harvesting the trees from his own property for his business. There are no freshly cut stumps of enormous size on his property. As shown on a video that was taken, he is having the trees delivered on a boom truck approximately once a month and running them through the sawmill on the property. There are stacks and stacks of milled lumber on the property right now, and I've attached pictures. We are not requesting that our neighbor cease his business activity, far be it from us to stop anyone from trying to make a living. What we are requesting is that this person abide by the regulations as set forth by the town and conduct his business under the permit that is required and pay the appropriate taxes to the town that goes along with that. We would also like to know what the guidelines are for the business operations, such as the days of the week the activity is allowed and also the rules of work times allowed. We have asked these questions, but have not been provided with the answers. If we have misinterpreted any of the rural district regulations that were referred to, we would request written clarification of those rules as they apply to businesses that are conducted on residential property. Thank you for allowing us to be here.
Thank you.
So
I'll take any questions.
is this the piece that had cease and desist though?
No,
Oh, so I was mistaken. I apologize. There's another piece probably.
Oh,
That I thought we were.
oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I still think.
Any questions, you guys? I can show you the video. You have pictures, you have still pictures. I can show you the video of him getting delivered from Westchester, Westerly Tree Service from Covington. You just need to see a video.
I think it's okay for you guys to do that and just email that to me.
The
so that
video,
have it as
I
part
showed
of-
Tracy. Tracy actually saw it last week.
Yeah,
So I saw it, Tracy, she saw it. She made a note of it. Whether it got to Pete or not, I don't know.
Well, he wouldn't have been able to see it, that's why I'm saying.
You
Okay,
can email, I'll
Yes,
email it to
yep.
you.
okay, I could do that for you, but I'm saying Tracy knows about it. She saw it herself. She made a note of it. What Pete saw there, I have no idea, because if you've seen what we're showing you, it's beyond my belief that he asked the guy apparently for his email, are you running a commercial business? The man said no. He said, okay, have a nice day, and left.
Is there a home on there?
Yeah,
That wouldn't be,
That-
that wouldn't be allowed as a home
Just the
occupation.
home
here, right,
or-
would it?
That's a shed. The home is an A-frame,
home is an
and then there's a
acre.
big garage behind that.
Okay, yep, and, yeah,
Home
And when
occupation.
people are coming onto our property, as we're stopping them, we're asking them what they want. We're looking for Dave's house to buy wood. He's got an A-frame. Oh, that's the house next door. When I approached Dave about this, twice we had confrontations. He says, not my fault, GPS is giving it out and Google's giving it out, but I put a yellow sign with an arrow so people know where to come in and get the wood. I mean, there's no reason for us to make up stories here.
Anybody have a copy of the regs on them? You have a copy?
I do.
And everything else?
if we require home occupations to occur in the home. Or in a garage. None of these are coming from the property, they're all being brought in.
They're all being brought in, yeah. And Sue's the first one I filed it with. And Sue said there was no permit filed. Remember?
Yeah.
Right, there was no, nobody knows nothing about it. He had a delivery on whatever my video is, March 9th and April 6th so far, I kept track.
What is
Yeah.
the red?
That would.
That's his sawmill.
Sawmill.
Okay, that's what I thought.
That wouldn't even.
You know, these are large trees, logs. that couldn't have been cut down because
He had I know that when Pete went up, that he had trees on the property that were marked.
yeah, he has a tree, he has
Yeah.
trees marked, if I explain, if you need me to go and take pictures of that, I will. There's little saplings that are hung over that are dead, that are about this big. We're talking about tree logs that are this round, that are being delivered and cut up into 2x4s, 4x4s, 2x6s, 1x6s, and firewood. And they're stacked on the property. So what Pete saw is beyond my belief when they're in clear day and stacked. And if you saw the logs that are like this long, this wide, wouldn't you investigate and say, let me go see where you cut these from, your woods? There's no fresh tree stumps. I just had trees cut down 2 weeks ago. My stumps are fresh. You show me the proof where you cut this down on your own property.
How big's the property?
How
It's
big
got
is his property?
6 acres, but all those lots are 6 acres.
So you could see it. But I want to have video of you getting deliveries and you telling them I'm not running a business. I find it astounding that the man could walk away and say, okay, thank you. I'm sorry, I do.
Well, I guess the cloudy issue for me is whether or not he's allowed to do that, because he said to us, or said to Hank, he's allowed to do anything he wants because it's Volantown.
Said I
And he said he wouldn't
have bought a house
Here,
here.
now,
Like,
my life.
I wouldn't have bought a house here. His words, quote unquote, on a stack of Bibles on my father's grave. I wouldn't have bought a house in Volantown if I couldn't run my business. That was the response. That's how our first conversation of him moving in got off.
We didn't get off on the right foot.
Okay.
No,
Well, when
we
you're
talked-
chainsawing at 7:30, at 7:15 in the morning,
I live next
Poor
to the
lady.
sawmill, so I know.
okay, when the
what
poor
you're
lady
doing.
works a job and.
I'm not a poor lady.
But you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a little ridiculous on a Saturday or Sunday morning at 7:15.
Oh, and that was the other thing. If he's allowed to get a permit and run the business, that's cool. But we need to know exactly what the ordinances are for that, for the business hours. You know, as long as he abides by the rules,
There's
then
noise ordinance stuff, but I don't think there's actual business hours.
So it just says no equipment or process shall be used in such a business which creates noise. Period. That wouldn't qualify as a home occupation, hands down right there.
I mean, he's got chainsaws going all day and this wood machine going all day. And in order to I understand what you're saying, but we don't have cops here in Allentown. For us to call somebody, you'd have to send the state down. Then the man has to be licensed and he has to have the thing calibrated to do a noise thing. So that's gonna be an impossible thing to.
We should send feedback out and send this to the attorney is what I think.
Yeah, because the only, I mean, it's, if it creates noise that you can hear at the
Oh,
edge of the lot.
You
That's
can
the
hear
only standard. There ain't-
And
that's just-
don't, you know, don't get us wrong, we've done our share of chainsawing and whatever, but it's for a purpose, it's for,
Whatever,
we
day,
need to clear a
whatever.
driveway, or we need to, it's not,
Maintenance.
yeah,
Not every day.
maintenance. It's not for a business adventure, or venture, I should say, so.
And then the traffic issue, so if it's.
Well,
generated-
that's
Oh,
another thing, so now, our daughter who lives in our back house on the same property. Her husband works nights sometimes. And she gets scared, and people have been driving up there at night and looking around and going. Now we have to go and invest in a gate,
We're putting a
that's
gate
supposed
up.
to be thousands of dollars. So the people aren't to go on our 900-foot driveway to the back house thinking that it's theirs.
We
So
actually,
that's another expense that I'm incurring, that we're incurring because of this guy's business.
I actually own two lots. The first lot. Way back in 1998, I had it subdivided so my parents could move in the back. And that was the last time they allowed that on the street where I am. I guess they didn't want that happening all over the place, so. We actually own the front lot and the back lot, and we share a driveway, so. Unfortunately, Google thinks that people need to go all the way to her house and hang a right to. Get over there, and it's. So we're just gonna put the gate up, it's fine. It's, it'll solve a lot of problems, so.
Unless they want to pay the bill.
Is Pete around though? Is Pete gonna be in this week?
Yes, he'll be around in tomorrow.
I'll get a hold of Pete. I think the board should be sending them out to give us a report.
Yeah.
And I think it should go to the town attorney.
I mean, if he's gonna go, I'd like to go with him, because I want to see what he sees.
It's probably
No.
better if you don't go.
Yeah, it's not a good idea.
That's not allowed.
Not allowed, because I want to know.
No, if
He
you have to
gave you
get
for
permission.
trespassing, so just, I would.
Don't
What-
really have to
Worry
give
about
you
that
permission.
myself.
No,
That's
then,
okay.
all that we would request at that point then is for him to let us know, or you guys let us know.
He'll report back to the board.
Okay, because,
Well, this is the first time
Yeah, well, this is the
Right.
first you've heard about it.
I
okay,
didn't even know.
okay.
Now, were you supposed to know about any of this?
Well, if
It
you
would
get
be
the
nice
report.
to have somebody.
That's what I'm.
Let us know.
That's what I meant.
Absolutely.
So this is from February
It was the middle of
8th,
February.
no, it was beginning of the February that I met you, Sue, that I,
Yeah.
when, so we're talking about over 2 months now. And you guys haven't heard a thing about this, which is, again,
As far as I haven't noticed it, I'm on the road all the time.
Oh,
so, you guys even being on this board and doing what you do, and thank you for your service, but you don't know anything about it. And don't you think there's something wrong there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well,
Oh,
thank you.
yes, yes.
all right.
All
well,
right, that's what I'm trying to say.
So should we, just, do we contact you later or give you a month or so, or do you guys contact us, or?
Have you made a formal complaint?
Yes, we
other
did
than-
in February.
2 months ago.
Written.
Okay.
And this is a second written complaint right to the board, so.
Right.
Yeah, this is pretty clear. That also has to happen in a building. The way they're written right now.
Yeah.
I can't remember if we changed. If you changed them.
I don't think we have.
They haven't got us on to yet.
I know, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
the correct one.
Well, we appreciate you listening, and I'm glad that we came, because,
Yes,
we
I
didn't
mean,
want
I'd
to sit
appre-
there,
I'd also appreciate if someone else went with Pete, because I'd like another set of eyes there besides his, because if that's his first report.
He's the only one
Yeah,
authorized to do that though, right?
Wow.
No, but somebody could walk with him and just,
No,
We can't even suggest things to him.
You
He's
can't?
the officer.
Oh,
We're not.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can, and that's, you could get permission, but you'd have to get permission
Permission
from the
from the owner
owner
of
to
the
go on the
property.
property.
They probably won't be too.
With,
That's
that's not totally outrageous of an idea, but typically,
Now, can
you
the-
don't do sidewalks unless there's an application.
Can the town planner go?
Yeah.
So maybe we should try to see if John
John
can
can
go
go.
with them,
That
with a
is-
second
that-
set of
yeah.
eyes.
No, we appreciate it.
I appreciate all that help and
I apologize that we did not, and honestly, there was another cease and desist, and that's what I thought you guys were coming in with,
Oh.
but.
Well, I don't want to take it to,
Very good report.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
I don't want to take it to a cease and desist. I'd rather not get lawyers involved here, but
Well, I think it's gonna have to go to the lawyer, unless Pete can.
Well, the issue is, here's the other issue, there's statutes that say you can't force the zoning official to enforce the regulations.
No,
Nobody
no.
can tell them what to do, when to do, how to do
Exactly.
I get
it,
it.
as long as they do it consistent. So I don't know if there's any other issue like this in town, I haven't been on the board long enough to know. But if he had enforced it before, he would, yes, then. you
I know, but this
compel
is
him
a
to do
little
it.
extreme compared
Right.
to anything
So,
else that's going on.
This board can, there's staff to this commission,
Right.
we can say, hey, we think this is a business that should have a permit, and then.
That's all we're asking. If it needs a
Right.
permit, then, and we're happy to,
And the rules and the law.
Like Sue had said when I first met her, that he needs a permit and he needs to pay taxes.
Yeah,
Right.
he wouldn't.
And in the meantime,
Definitely need to pay taxes.
none of that's happening because nobody believes it's a business.
Well, it depends on what he had going on at the particular day and time when Pete went up there too.
it didn't matter because
Didn't
there's
matter. They
stacks
stacked the
and
wood
stacks of
and
milled
logs and
lumber.
Stuff are there every day. It's never
And the
empty.
trees that are there are this,
I mean, that's why I've just,
Well, he didn't-
You know the rules better than anybody. If I had bought a little sawmill and was cutting up lumber for my own use,
yeah,
that's not a home business.
No, and that's under,
Right.
that's usually
And I
as a
just wonder what
temporary.
was-
I mean, and
structure.
that's
Right.
affordable too, so I mean, it's
Right.
not.
and if he is,
It's affordable.
if he is cutting it from his house and he's doing repairs, so where's the permit for that? To do the house repairs?
Well,
So,
I mean-
it's all.
That would be harder for us to detect, but
No.
if you have a video of a truck coming in, dropping off.
Yeah.
lumber,
I do.
That's enough.
That's what I say.
Yeah, so
If he
just
had seen
email-
that, that would have been a different story.
Email that to Sue, please.
I
Yes.
will. I mean, I will show it to you now before I email it, so you could have it, if you want to look at it, before you could even. I'll turn my phone off.
We're gonna
turn
need
it
it.
off
Yeah,
for
we're gonna
record,
we're
I'm sure.
gonna need it for sure.
The Pete needs to see it, and the lawyer might want to see it.
But I'll show it to whoever wants to see it right now, and then I will email, and we'll get it to you.
oh yeah, we'll get it to Sue.
With zone.
It's
We're in the
rural.
road district.
I mean, I feel like an idiot outside standing on my front porch, taking a video. But I know that's the way of the world right now.
Yeah.
No, that's-
Because if you want to
That's-
go tell somebody and you tell them something, they tell you they're full of crap and you're lying and you gotta show proof of everything.
Right,
nowadays.
yes, you do.
You know, when we were young, we didn't have to worry about it. If I said something,
We're not young anymore.
well, I'm not anymore.
All right, so I'm gonna send it to Pete, we'll send it to the attorney. And then have Pete contact them, let them know what's going on.
And John?
Who wants to be down?
And John should. get
Why do you need
involved.
to send it to the attorney?
Well, I mean, do we want to just leave it out of the attorney, send Pete up and see what?
Let's see what John and Pete have to say first, and then we can go from there.
Because even the attorney can't compel him to.
Because
No, but then it's be enforcing the rules that we have. on the-
quite simply, in my mind,
Yeah.
all the guy could say is, I'm having logs delivered to my house.
Okay,
And he's sawing lumber because he enjoys doing it. It's a recreational
it's a hobby.
Firewood.
Yeah, these,
And he's got firewood
He's
there.
got firewood there.
But you can
Right.
prove that he sold it though.
yeah, that's the
There's,
key.
there's two.
Well, there's
That's the
pickups that
issue.
come every weekend and load up and leave.
So videos of that would help, and if you could find a website.
I don't think he has a website.
He either has a Craigslist ad or he's got
Yeah,
a
probably.
marketplace ad. He's got an ad doing something selling.
Right.
Or if he gets stupid enough
Could
to
it
put
be-
up a sign.
Yeah. But other than that, he could be,
But Google
He
is
could say, I'm gonna
directing
pay
them, so there's an
I'm gonna-
ad somewhere.
I'm gonna play the devil's advocate. He could very simply say, I'm giving it away to my friends,
Yeah, I realize that.
you know? It's, you gotta have the proof that
It's a
he's
business.
selling it and it's a
Yeah,
business.
but if we confront, if,
You don't want him though, you don't wanna confront, because
no, if you say, well, I have information that you're getting log deliveries, this, that, and the other thing. Is he still gonna sit there and lie to the guy and say, but I do it for my own good, for a hobby?
yeah,
You could.
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, then you can go
Like,
back to
the-
where's
the-
the permit for the work then?
right, well, the lumber that he stacked up,
Right.
it's fresh green, these are fresh green cut logs.
Exactly.
It takes a year to dry nicely outdoors. So he's like, I'm planning to build a shed, or I got another piece of property and I wanna build a piece of property, but I live here, so I'm cutting it here, and then it's,
Well,
we gotta get
we're-
proof that he's selling it.
We're gonna get, we
I
can
don't
get video
proof
very
selling it.
easily.
Show
of
me a
the
picture of
pickup.
somebody loading a truck with wood.
No, an ad,
Huh?
or somehow, that's the
That would
key.
help.
I'll
So I
have
have
to
to
do
be
that.
dishonest and find somebody to call them up and say, look, I'm interested, I heard you sell wood, can I come over and pick some up?
Yeah, we're gonna send-
Prove more than that, though, because somebody picking it up is.
Yeah, we're gonna
You
send
see
Pete
that
out,
cash.
she's gonna talk to
I
him,
understand.
we're gonna try to send John.
I got it.
I'm always a devil's advocate, but
I
like, we're in
understand
the
what you're saying.
scenario.
I get you, I know, if he tells you he's doing it for a
Right.
hobby, I understand. I mean, are you invested all this in a hobby to give it away to your friends?
Some people do.
You must have a
believe it or
lot
not.
of money then, to order these logs. You must have a lot of money then, to order these logs,
If
chop
he
them
gets
up.
a notice of violation or something like that, he can always appeal it to the ZBA and make the
Yeah.
case, you know.
I get
do it
you.
That way, so.
Have you ever seen any markings on the truck for?
It gets delivered,
No, pick it up.
pick it up,
Picking
no,
up.
trucks,
No,
no,
they're
they're
normally just
well, but they're,
pickups.
you know, F-150s, people come and pick up all their stuff.
What about delivery?
Yeah, Westerly Tree Service in Covington,
No, Coventry.
Coventry.
He's got the phone number.
I got the phone
Coventry
number.
tree
Yeah.
service?
No, Westerly
You could
Tree
be buying-
Service.
You could be buying, I can call today
Right.
for a truckload
Right.
of log length wood for
Yeah.
my outdoor boiler.
Yeah, watch the boom, though. Watch the boom.
Watch the boom.
Oh, I know,
No, see the boom? Watch the boom coming in the truck to get the log. Now keep watching now. The boom,
Yes,
watch. You see the boom in
I've
the
actually
truck?
run one of those trucks.
There you go. Watch the log coming. Look at the log coming in off the truck.
Oh, I know, I've actually run those.
All right, so
I'm
I'm not-
creative, I know
I'm not-
exactly what they do.
Not making these things up.
Oh, I know.
Okay?
All he's trying to say to you is
I
trying to
understand what
get
he's trying
some
to say.
evidence
Yeah.
that he's actually selling it and making some money off of it.
Well, we'll
So what I'm gonna have to do
If
is
he's
send a
running-
shill in to go and get wood and pay him.
No, we can try to find, we can try to.
That's
find
not
some-
enough proof, though.
You need to find an ad somewhere, you need to find
A sign.
a business name, something.
All right,
Facebook.
We're good, we're good at snooping. We can do that.
we can.
But I would not
But
approach.
that
him
didn't
or
come from
do
the board,
anything.
did it?
No, we're done
Thank
trying
you
to.
for your complaint.
No, but hopefully, he's got enough evidence. Does anybody else want to see the video or is his word good enough?
Just make sure you send it to.
Or is his word good enough that he's
No,
going
well,
to?
It's a log truck unloading big logs.
It needs to be sent to Stu because I need it as evidence that it's been brought to the
Can
meeting.
you send it to him? Because I don't know.
I'm not gonna do it right now,
Okay,
do it later.
Yeah, it's an email.
all right, we'll send it to, do we have your,
Yes.
Yeah.
I have it.
all right, guys, thank you very much,
Thank you
ladies.
for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night. I hope he's got enough.
Yeah, if
You
he's.
didn't think it was gonna be so interesting tonight,
Make
did
it
you?
happen.
I thought you'd be home already. There you go.
Yeah, at least,
That's right.
at least we got something to water.
That's what we're here for.
Thank you very much.
Sorry to bother you.
No, that's what we're here for.
Thanks, guys, I appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Zoning red project. Did you guys want to go through? What, you copy them?
I did,
Oh, goody,
guys, your second, we put some on there.
goody.
Same color.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh,
Does anybody look through these?
No,
I did not.
I did
I
not.
saw they were attached, but I didn't go through them.
I went through part of them.
I suffered through that Saturday.
I
8.5
know.
hour. Oh my God. That was the most
Oh,
boring.
come
Well,
on.
no,
it's awesome.
I will say, well, let's keep on track here. We'll
Yeah.
discuss that later.
Can I ask what, application for special exception should be submitted electronically? If Do you do
Yes.
electronic permits there?
Yes,
for
we
everything?
do,
Site plans do?
everything.
How do they get them in? You
You
just scan them and then you print them off?
Yeah. Well, they can, no, well, no, they're scanned into the thing, and then if they, they need to be printed here, they can be seen up on the screen. So a lot of times they're not even printed. Unless it's necessary.
Well, you get one printed copy, I hope, to put on file
Well, they're on electronic file.
with the live seal signature, so you can tell it's a live seal.
Yes, we see those.
Well, those get,
They have to
Forward
be
into the
filed
clerk's
as well in the town clerk's office.
Yeah, but usually a site plan has a requirement for a live,
Right.
like you have to be able to tell that it was a live seal, but you wouldn't be able to do it.
I use pencil over the large seal.
Yeah, I mean, you can,
Yeah, you can see it, you can see the imprint.
so what were you saying with the pink? I hate these numbers. I hope you're gonna change those. You wanna go that like 5 digits,
yeah,
8.2.4, but oh my God, that make it really easy. But what was the pink things that we had to?
He said, hold the meeting and discuss the pink sections to provide me some guidance
Pink is
on
that.
how you'd like me to proceed with those regulations. Including drive-throughs, hotels, motels, multifamily, solar installations, etc.
Solar, I thought we couldn't do anything with solar. But
Some of the
solar
small
was-
solar you can, large solar you can't. What was the yellow?
That was yellow. Oh, no, yellow was,
Things that are new?
I think like this, Lisa here. So the draft overhaul of section 8 through 11. A few brand new concepts in their landscape parking canvas that are highlighted in yellow. And some sections highlighted in pink that we need to discuss.
Oh, where did I get these? I wonder, I wonder if he has, so you have that overlay, what is it called? For the major industry or what is it called? Major project, like the,
yeah.
Commercial overlay.
no,
No, major development.
it's an
Oh,
overlay.
down.
Overlay, yeah.
I think you only have one such development though, right? Just that
What?
one place on Pendleton is the only thing that's coming under that?
Yeah.
Because you,
Major development. So
yeah, major development.
the
What is it?
The
Major-
chicken, the chicken gets off is. Well,
Do they have their own? I was thinking about that the other day. I do live near a sawmill and things like that, but a project that's come up in Ledger that made me think about it, when you have major industry next to residential, since you allow that overlay to occur anywhere in the rural residential area, do we have special
Regs for it?
regs for to allow for a greater buffer?
Yes. In there. Yeah, 'cause that's why I was saying to put the cannabis stuff on it, because it's gotta be a minimum of 10 acres and you can't see. Not supposed to see it from the road.
So it's the buffer has to be adequate that it's not seen from any property line.
Chicken farm.
Barely.
Oh,
Well, I mean, Washington's maybe at the speed on it.
You can see it.
you can see all of it,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
I built the second one with the company I was working with at the time.
See, there you go, it's your fault.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
I'll take chickens for neighbors all day long, though.
So why,
Yeah.
what did he? Why, okay, newly approved. Is that the only reason he has it in yellow?
He wrote, I'm attaching my nearly done draft of the overhaul to sections 8 through
Oh,
11.
you know what it is?
There are a few branded concepts in there.
I think it's number wise. Because I think, was the cannabis stuff in section 8?
Well, he said brand new concepts, landscaping, parking and canvas that are highlighted in yellow.
Newly-
And some
but
sections
just
highlighted in
new-
pink.
Newly approved.
But pink means, what do we want to do with this section, is what he wrote.
Like the hotel motel, some of these things like, this type of use, whatever, shall be provided with driveways that provide safe access and egress from public roads. Well, I would certainly hope so, but you should have that in a driveway regulation, not in this regulation. Like your driveway, that should be like, duh,
Well,
you know, they have to be capable
that's
of
a whole
H20
nother,
loading.
that's a
or-
whole nother issue. Because the selectmen do that, and they've had a lot of issues with driveway permits,
They do all your driveway permits
yes.
on private property. It's not a road. Under what authority could that possibly be under?
On private property.
Where's, how do you do that?
What do you mean?
The only thing they're
They-
doing is apron.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
that's normal,
Yeah.
but not the driveway itself. It
They-
falls under land
they-
use.
right.
100%. But so normally your land use reg would have in that site development standard section that your access and parking and landscaping of that whole section.
Right,
You could just have, in other words, I don't know if this gets repeated in 17 different places, but you just need it in one access, but. I mean, it just seems silly, obviously, you're gonna. But what is safe? You know, you gotta take out any ambiguity, so safe is maybe 12 feet wide and capable of, you know, supporting a fire truck. Or whatever you wanna make it. Like, what is safe? That's too
it's
ambiguous.
it's a vague, it's a vague,
You gotta, don't get the D ambiguous, it's gotta be spelled out. I noticed this one before and wanted to, but I guess we can. Oh, so the home-based businesses are the same. That's what was in the definition. You have new multifamily rights? That we approved it when I started? For that guy in the corner? The,
yeah, which nothing ever happened with that.
Yeah, this is.
I know, but we
this is
adopted the
sections
reg.
8 through 11.
I see 10.9 in multifamily housing. Housing for the elderly, I thought we rewrote that right though. Or adopted a new reg.
Restaurant and drive-in facilities, but he's got nothing,
He wrote those are, if you read it, the ones in pink
yeah,
are, we need to discuss, what do we want to do with these sections?
and I don't even know. what we
But we
want.
already rewrote that section. We've already adopted a new regulation
For restaurants,
for multifamily.
yeah.
Yeah, no, the pink, we we're talking about restaurants
Oh.
with drive-in facilities in pink. He highlighted another one over there. Solar power installation in pink with nothing with it.
Well, we've
I
got,
don't know if
it
there's much you can.
it still
recommend,
isn't-
so
still isn't organized. 'Cause this isn't repeat.
I think that's why he wrote right here. Send it out for a review, but ask them to cancel the meeting.
Yeah,
That's what he wrote in
Yeah.
option 1, and then we deal with.
That's
it
why
next month.
Sue asked me if we were gonna have the meeting, and I'm like,
yeah, maybe we
I
should.
did,
Well,
I've got a
it's
lot
good thing
going
we
on.
did anyway.
Then he
what?
wrote,
Yeah.
No, I know that, and
So he
I'm
said-
glad we did.
well, he said if they don't want to cancel the meeting, hold the meeting and discuss the pink section.
Yeah.
Provide me guidance. In other words, skip the yellows till he's available to talk about it, I guess.
Yeah, maybe we should,
So, but
table it until he's back.
Well, I think we
Give us
ought
a chance
to
to
read
do
it, review
Yeah.
it, make suggestions when he comes back, then we have
So,
questions. for
so
him.
I think the pink ones, we need to all come up with
Yeah.
ideas of what
Yeah.
to give them. And then next month, we can give them some ideas of
Yes.
I mean, your
direction.
canvas one's newly approved and we already went through this.
Yeah, and I don't understand why it's in yellow, other than I think
It's just
it's in
because it's added.
it's in a different section is what I think.
Ah, okay.
can you check your reg to see what? If we did do a multifamily though?
We did.
Yeah. That's not that.
But that's not an updated, Cause I don't have those up.
No, and I think he wrote on the pink, we need to discuss what do we want to do with these, so maybe because it's rewritten, this 10.9 either needs to go away or
Right.
parts of it need to go, or
Right.
maybe that's what he's asking.
Yeah.
I don't know, we're guessing.
And that's the thing, like, to me, it's just guessing at this point.
Yeah.
I do have a comment that Julie made earlier, but like the 8.2.4.1.2.4.
That was ridiculous.
I wish they read more like specs, because I deal with those all day.
Yeah.
Like A,
Yeah.
B,
Yeah,
C.
Correct.
And I agree with
A,
that.
B, C.
And I agree with that too.
It's just they read so much easier because you know 8.1, A, B, C, D, 8.2, A, B, C, D.
And a lot, Stonington's is that way, is
That,
ABC.
cause that was a Jason Vincent thing. Well, no, he used to do it this way,
Oh,
and then we all like freaked out.
Who's like that then?
Well, they were, I don't know if they've changed them, but.
I like the ABC.
Well, it's
Yeah.
it's like reading a spec. You know that when you're done with this, if you see the next number,
Right.
8.2, that section's done. You are now on this.
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
And
I
anything
don't
under
like,
that,
I
you
don't,
know,
I agree with that.
It takes up a lot of room too.
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah.
You'll
Especially
lose like
down-
5 pages off it to fix it.
Yeah.
4.2.2.2.
Is, at this point, is it gonna be like a major overhaul though?
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
It really is a very like right here. This would be 8.1 and anything underneath it would be ABC.
Right,
8.2, 8.3. It's some of these are just changing, literally taking out that one.
yeah.
And then some of it's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, you get a lot less typing. And a lot less chance to screw up the.
Right.
That, like,
I wanted to reference 8.2, 3, 4, 5, 9.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, look at 9 down here with 1, 2, 3, 4,
Right.
5, 6.
Yeah.
Right, now this one, you could make it
Yeah, some of these don't
9.5,
make sense.
A, B, C, D.
Right,
yeah.
You know.
What is it mean?
So the spec way that
From one
they
to
read.
five.
Yeah,
is
but
so-
you
that's
got,
why-
the thing is,
that's why you want
8.5,
us to
so
go
that
through
should be
these.
8.6.
Right, you just have to
Yeah.
start and then
I don't,
number.
I don't like that.
No, whatever section of the spec it is, that's 8.
I mean.
Yeah.
8.1, A, B, C, 8.2.
Yeah, yeah.
It'll be a lot clearer to read. And you indent it, so you know everything under that is there. Then we start your next one.
I
Indent.
agree, that's gotta change. Okay. So everybody's got homework for next time.
Yes.
New business, there's none, correspondence, I have. I don't have it with me, I didn't bring anything out. There's been correspondence from Julie and from Tracy, they're trying to hire a new secretary. That. We offered somebody a job and they have not responded, so they,
How long has that been?
Oh, a couple
2
of
weeks.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
So they put out another full-time ad, they're interviewing people. Is it this week? I.
At some point, I
Yeah,
know they've got a couple of people of interest now.
so it's of course like 9, 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. Is anybody interested in going? I did not have time to sit through more.
What day of the week?
I have no clue yet.
The Friday I could go. but-
Yeah, I don't think it's Friday.
Yeah, Fridays are closed.
Friday,
They're not
they-
here.
What is it you're asking for?
What?
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. What
For
Well,
interview.
Somebody wants to sit on the interview.
Interviews.
I could, I mean.
If I'm in my office down here and it's at a set time and I can be here and I'm going, I can do
They,
it.
you
I'm
can
literally
even
3
do
miles
it
away.
via, John sat in on the last one. Myself and John, Tracy was here, Julie was here, and Pam was in the last one. I'm super busy.
Did you get to review the application?
Well, so they gave us 4 that they decided they're interviewing and you get those 4 applications.
Did we all get to see them or you just got to see them?
I've seen them so far. If somebody's interested, I could. You know,
I'm just looking for a particular name. Make sure you don't.
I mean, I'd be
Like I
happy
said,
to. I'm the only one
nobody's
that doesn't
fault,
have dates or-
it's nothing that, it's all secretarial stuff.
Yeah.
And it's very,
My office is at 1069 Valentine Road. When I'm not on the road, I'm there. I can pop up for
Yeah.
30 minutes or whatever it is. It's gonna be, that's not a problem.
so it
As
was,
long as I'm
it
not.
was also done via Zoom, if anybody can do. via
That I
Zoom.
can do anything.
Yeah. I'm just,
I can't.
yeah.
If I don't get my job done, then I just stay late or start,
Yeah.
I start 2 hours early anyway, but
We can send out what the day is
Yeah.
If you want,
yeah,
I
definitely.
could jump on Zoom easily
You got
too.
that
I know
text.
Julie sent it to me this afternoon, I just didn't get a chance to look at it. And then it was the cease and desist from Pete.
What was that one on? What was it for?
You know the address for that one? Cause that was Beach Pond Road too, wasn't it?
What's on it, just so you know.
It's North Shore Road. North Shore
Yeah,
Road
North Shore.
was North Shore Road.
So
I don't
can we
know.
all get a copy of that kind of stuff?
No, it's building without a permit. So it doesn't, I mean, I don't think that stuff like that needs to go to everybody. It's a cause for discussion.
Yeah, but it's good to
Possibly
know what
get
kind of
someone-
violations are
Yeah.
happening in town. I mean,
Well, Pete can generally talk to that kind of stuff and he would have spoken to it if he was here.
yeah, so he doesn't give a written report ever of like what enforcement actions were taken.
No. He speaks to me. And I want to say that one, just kind of on the side, that he did mention quickly in passing one time, that he was checking out the song situation.
I wonder how
And he,
Paul's telling them that must have predated zoning.
That's been there.
That's actually on farmland.
Yeah,
He leases the land from the farm.
He's great.
In exchange for-
Which sawmill, this? No, she's talking about this.
No, I was wondering how he got permitted
Yeah.
in the same district, but yeah,
Yeah,
literally,
it's part of the farm,
he delivers.
cause I believe that sawdust
He does?
goes back to the
Well, we live
farm.
next door now.
and-
Oh.
He'll drive a ton.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Has been since before I was born.
yeah.
So,
Any other discussion?
I make a motion to return.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Wow. Turn the HD on.